Trump's tariffs are failing so badly that even his own trade advisor is now trying to pin the blame on the Democrats. That's right, after months of bragging about his trade war, Trump's team is suddenly backpedaling like their lives depend on it. And the worst part about all of this is that the voters getting hit the hardest are still buying the spin. Stick around to see this shameless attempt to dodge responsibility, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Peter Navarro is a so-called economist who advises Donald Trump on trade policy. And if you haven't heard of him before, he likes to take pride in saying the exact opposite of what everyone else in the room believes. Case in point, hundreds of economists have warned about the dangers of Donald Trump's tariff plan, but Peter Navarro claims that it will just save America. He even helped pick the tariff percentages for Donald Trump's insane reciprocal tariff scheme. Well, after convincing the president that the tariffs were the most amazing thing ever, Navarro tried to shift the blame to Democrats this afternoon, because he now says that the back and forth uncertainty of tariffs were caused by Democrats and globalists. Just listen to this.
Spectrum News across the country. I've talked to a ton of small business owners over the last few months who say they're having trouble keeping up with this back and forth for their supply chain, explaining price increases to their customers. What's your message to them right now? How are they supposed to keep businesses normal amidst hourly changes?
We're in a point where in this history of this country, if we do not shift structurally to a world where the world treats us fairly, we will never have this opportunity again. And a lot of this back and forth is the result of the Democrats working with the globalist rhino Wall Street people to try to stop the Trump agenda, whether it's at the border or whether it's on trade. But we're going to move forward, and we're going to get to a place where we're going to have more factories, more jobs. We've already had trillions of dollars of investment. I mean, I don't think any of you can deny that these Trump policies are working to attract trillions of dollars of investment, and that we are moving to onshoring our facilities, and that's what we got to keep doing. I take two.
Let's run that back real quick. Navarro said that the continuous uncertainty caused by tariffs were the result of the Democrats working with the globalists' Wall Street people to stop the Trump agenda. Does that make any sense to you? Trump made the individual tariffs, he then put up reciprocal tariffs, then the stock lost trillions of dollars, and then Trump said that he would make a bunch of deals, and after 2 months, he's only made one deal. Oh, and let's not forget that right before our economy went into free fall, Trump paused his own tariff plan. Now, I don't know about you, but it sounds like the Democrats haven't been involved in any of this mess whatsoever. Now, in case you're somehow unaware, Donald Trump's main wave of tariffs, the reciprocal ones that threaten the entire economy, are about to kick back in. The pause on those ends on June 9th. And that means that starting then, we could see the global economy start to slow down all over again. Peter Navarro can lie all he wants, but let's be honest, Trump probably thought that he'd have a bunch of great trade deals by now, and that would have made the tariffs go away. But he didn't, because Donald Trump is a terrible negotiator. So now, with no deals in place and the tariffs still on the table, people like Navarro are panicking. The whole world just called Donald Trump's bluff, and he's got nothing. This is a disaster waiting to happen, and Trump's cabinet has every right to be panicking right now. Just don't blame the Democrats for your Republican mess. Oh, and speaking of Republicans, how do the Republican voters feel about Trump's failure to negotiate anything or the threat of tariffs coming back to bite the economy? Well, in this shocking new interview released by CNN, we get to see a glimpse into the latest wave of MAGA derangement. Republican voters are now starting to accept that Trump's tariffs will probably take their jobs, but they're actually happy about it. Seriously, MAGA voters are now telling themselves that that's okay. If Trump's tariffs come back and he ruins the economy, he'll just magically fix it later. Just take a look at this.
I have a chance.
Babb doesn't regret his vote for Trump, but he thinks it could cost him his job.
I only like playing.
Definitely with the tariffs, I believe they played a part. I think that, Donald Trump could have had a little bit more finesse instead of using like a blanket policy over everything.
So 4 months in, how would you grade Trump?
I'd give Trump right now a B+. I want stuff to happen right now, but I understand that the gears of Washington move very slow.
Too soon, he says, to think about the midterms.
It's very stressful that I'm gonna be out of work in the near future. Because I want to provide for my wife and kids.
Tired? Tired.
Much more important worries front and center.
This is a whole nother level of insanity. Rating a president who has intentionally cost you your job a B+? Has MAGA lost its mind? Oh, I'm sorry, they didn't have a mind to begin with, I guess. Some Republicans, like Navarro, are running from Trump's looming trade disaster, while others are brainwashing themselves into thinking that they'll just live without an economy. But people, here's the thing. Things did not have to be this way. None of this had to happen at all, and despite what Peter Navarro may try to say, this is all Donald Trump's fault. And we need to remember that when these tariffs come back this summer, if they do end up coming back. Because let's be honest, we've been on this road before, and it'll probably just end up being paused again, but we'll see.